What is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Standard here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Friday, payday November 18th slate of NBA action, man. I'm super excited to dive into it. We have a pretty big slate of NBA on, and it's really good games all the way across the board. So I am super excited to dive into it. But before we did, I did just want to go ahead and say we are still currently on the road to 9,000 subscribers. So we're on our way there. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, and thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me, so much more than you guys will ever know. So, without any further ado, I think it's time for us to go ahead and do a quick recap as of yesterday. But before we do, and boom, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are here with the sunnies on, with the shades on, and if you guys are new around here and you guys have no clue what I'm talking about, this means that we ended up getting a sweep on the day. Now, unfortunately, we did only have 2 plays on the slate. But hey, a sweep's a sweep at the end of the day. We're still taking it. We're still throwing on the shades. We're still throwing on the sunny. So let's go ahead and talk about our 2 plays that we ended up having as of yesterday. So we did have De'Aaron Fox over 24.5 points versus the Spurs at minus 125. I'll be honest, this one was a little sweaty. A little sweaty on this one. Just not necessarily because De'Aaron Fox was like, he wasn't like hitting his shots or anything, because he shot perfect. He just really didn't shoot a whole lot, which was a little bit surprising. But luckily for us, he barely missed on the day. He shot at an absolutely electric percentage. So it was definitely a fun game to watch, that's for sure. But De'Aaron Fox ended up hitting this over here for us. Then we had Jeremy Grant, over 4.5 rebounds. I told you guys, put this in a parlay. It's it's going to hit. Like, that number is way too low for a guy like Jeremy Grant. Luckily, he ended right at 5, so it was kind of a sweat. But hey, at the end of the day, he still ended up hitting it. We still ended up going 2-2 on our, or 2-0 on our plays, excuse me. Definitely a great day. Let's go ahead and carry it over to this monster slate once again. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. We have 4 plays as of today, so I'm really excited. Full slate. I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So for our first play of the day, our Kings kill shot play of the day, we're going with Tyrese Halliburton, over 29.5 points plus assist here versus Houston at minus 125 odds. Now, Tyrese Halliburton, he has one of the best matchups in the entire, of all time, right here, right now, and I think he can definitely get it done here for us. First things first, Tyrese Halliburton has hit this over in 4 out of his last 5 games. He's hit this at an 80% clip in his last 5 games, and I definitely think he can hit it for us once again. Houston allows the 6th most points per game to opposing point guards, and I really don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. He's attempting right around 15 shot attempts a game, so you're just asking him to get to right around that 20 mark, and I definitely think he can do that. He's very efficient, a very good player just in general. And if he's attempting at least 15 shots, there's really no doubt in my mind that he can't get there. So I do think it's a pretty good spot. And when it comes to the assists per game, I don't worry about this in the slightest, because obviously Tyrese Halliburton is a fantastic playmaker. In Houston, they allow the most assists per game to opposing point guards. So, hey, this is a perfect storm for an over. And the over-under is set pretty high, 236, which is pretty dang high. We just saw one of the high, or I think it was the highest over-under of the season as of yesterday for the Kings game at 238. This one's just underneath it. So I definitely think it's a pretty good spot to target here for our first kill shot play, or for our first play of the day, our kill shot play of the day, excuse me. Tyrese Halliburton over 29.5 points plus assist here versus Houston at minus 125 odds. Now for our second play of the day, we're taking Lauri Markkanen, former Bull. We're taking his under 18.5 points here versus Phoenix at minus 110 odds. Now, I know Lauri has done us really well here so far over the course of the season, but I think this is a good spot to take his under. He has gone under in 3 straight games here so far, and Phoenix, they do allow the fewest points per game to opposing small forwards, which totally makes sense. Lauri Markkanen is going to have a very tough matchup on him. He's going to have he's going to have Mikal Bridges on him, and that is an absolutely abysmal matchup here for a guy like Lauri Markkanen. Phoenix does play at the 27th pace in the entire NBA, so they are the 4th slowest pace in the entire NBA. That speaks a lot of volume too, because this Utah team loves to get up and down. Phoenix is really going to be able to slow that down here once again. So Phoenix also does have the 3rd best defensive efficiency in all of basketball right now. So they are a great defensive team. They really love to slow the pace down. And let's be honest, Lauri Markkanen, he hasn't hit the over in 3 straight games. And I think he can make it a 4th straight one. So that is going to be our second play of the day. Lauri, a former Bull, of course. I still have nothing but love for Lauri. But I'm taking your under, buddy. So treat us right. That is going to be our second play of the day. Lauri Markkanen under 18.5 points here versus Phoenix at minus 110 odds. Now for our third play of the day, we're taking Bradley Beal over 1.5 threes versus Miami at plus 100 odds. Now he has hit this over in 5 of his last 6 games. He's been very, very solid at being able to hit this over, and I think he can do it for us once again because the Heat, surprisingly, they have not been a very good defense here recently. If you guys have been watching any sort of Heat games at all, they really just have not been able to put it together defensively. The Heat allowed the 2nd most points per game to opposing shooting guards in general, and the most threes in the entire. That's a spot that I want to target for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think it's a really great spot to target. And in the last 3 games, as I had mentioned, they haven't been good recently. Well, here's some stats to back it up. In the last 3 games, Miami is 23rd in defensive efficiency. And obviously a team being known to be playing defense, that's definitely not a spot that you want to be in. So, also, Miami does allow the 4th most threes per game to opposing teams. So, they give up a ton of three-pointers. Their defense hasn't really been good, and Bradley Beal's been really good to this over here. So, why not take a shot at some plus value? We've been pretty solid on our plus value plays. Let's go ahead and ride with it once again for our third play of the day. Bradley Beal over 1.5 threes here versus Miami at plus 100 odds. Now for our 4th and final play of the day, we're going with the spread pick. We're taking the Cavs minus 9 here versus the Hornets at minus 110 odds. Now let's be completely honest here. The Cavs are on a 5-game losing streak. They have been very, very bad here recently. There's absolutely no denying that whatsoever. But they have to bounce back at some point, and this is literally this is the most picture-perfect game to bounce back from. Now it looks like everybody should be back here for the Cavs. I know Jared Allen is listed as questionable, but he didn't play yesterday. Just completely random. He's listed as probable today, so I think that we do see Jared Allen out there on the floor, which is obviously going to help us even more. And I do think that the Hornets are going to have a little bit of chemistry issues. Obviously, they have played like 2 or 3 games now with LaMelo Ball back in the lineup, and then he ends up getting injured once again. So they're going to be back to the way that they were before. And I think it's just a really good bounce back spot here for the Cavs. The Cavs are also 4-1 against the spread at home. So if you're telling me that this spread's not even double digits for a very good Cavs team at home, I just think that there is... I think this is a really good spot to target overall. So that is going to be our 4th and final play of the day. Cavs minus 9 here versus the Hornets at minus 110 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 9,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.